to another episode of Ask the Trainer. Today we have Ashley here, and she's going to ask some questions that maybe the average person would like to know about anything health and fitness related.
Perfect.
So there we go.
First off, Rebecca, I am in the midst of a brutal travel schedule. I travel for my job. When I travel, I find that it's hard to eat healthy and work out. Do you have any tips on both of those while traveling?
That's a good question. Well, you're probably flying a lot.
I am flying.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they serve really healthy foods on the plane.
Not the healthiest.
I don't travel very much, obviously. I travel in my car, so when I travel in my car, I really take a lot of foods that I can portion out, like I'll bring almonds and all this stuff in my car, so that way, if that hunger attacks, I'm not driving through like McDonald's or someplace else that's really not healthy. But when you're when you're out and about and you have to travel, and you're going to places that you've never been, so like choosing healthy restaurants,
Right.
That's probably tough. I would just ask the server, hey, I want to know what's your lightest menu. Make choices that are really focused on grilled or whole foods, lots of vegetables, that sort of thing. But you know, when you go out and when you travel, you kind of want to experience new things too. It's too early to think this hard. No, these are good. I would just go with the light menu. Whenever you can pack your own foods, do so.
Okay.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to stay in that routine, and that's where most people get off the wagon is when they travel or when they on weekends and they're out of the routine. So it's just about staying on track and still choosing healthy foods when you do go out to eat.
Right. Is there a time of day that's best to work out? Morning, afternoon, late afternoon? What's your opinion?
Whenever you get it in. Whenever you get it in.
Okay.
Morning has a lot of benefits to it, but I'm not a morning person, so
Neither am I.
I'm not going to get up at 5 o'clock to go to work out, not even at the athletic club.
Perfect.
I know, not me. I'm just not. So I'm going to do it more in the afternoon or late evening when I have more energy. But yeah, and then you get it whenever you start establishing your routine. But you know, sometimes even those people that get in that routine and they're like, oh, they miss a day and they freak out. It's like, just go and do it whenever you have time. You know,
Right.
that's the best time to do it is when you make time to go do it.
Awesome. Love it. Thanks. You're so informative. Thanks. Okay, so something else. I'm thinking about trying to rehash my diet. Don't have time to do a complete overhaul.
Why?
Let's say it's just lack of motivation. Not so
I love your
not so accurate. So let's
Okay.
take this in baby steps. If you could recommend somebody takes one thing out of their diet, what would it be?
Well, it depends what that one thing is that they're struggling with. A lot of people struggle with extra calories or extra sugar in their drinks. So to take out pop or to take out high sugar drinks, and even like the energy drinks, which people think are healthy, those are so much not. I would start with just that and replacing it with water. Good old-fashioned water. Because you can save yourself a lot of calories, a lot of sugar, a lot of junk if you just cut that part out.
Awesome. So that Pepsi I sit and I drink at my desk every morning?
You're fine. Just keep it limited to 5.
Okay, so after I take that Pepsi out of my diet, if I want to add one thing back in, or one ingredient, one category, what would you say would be the first thing to add back in?
Probably whatever you're lacking nutritional-wise. So if you find that you're not getting a lot of vegetables in, like that would be something I would throw in more. A lot of your dark greens, whether that be you're coming from your salads or raw veggies, I would throw that back in. So what I try to tell my clients is to take one thing out, and I'm with you on that actually, because if you try to change everything all at once, it becomes very overwhelming.
Right.
So I always just say introduce new things that if you don't want to take something out because people feel deprived and they're like, oh, they freak out because they cannot have something, and it becomes this whole mental thing. So if you add stuff in one week, and that would be eating more vegetables or having a dark green or something on your plate once a day, whatever it is, it's just about being better than what you have been doing. So just making small steps, progression, and then maybe take something out the following week, or decrease it and increase more of your water or increase something else. So
Right.
instead of trying to eliminate stuff, people freak out by that, which is kind of odd to me, but whatever, people do.
And so I admitted this to you the other day, but it might be helpful to some people. I definitely got to the moment where groceries were low, and in my daughter's lunch, I definitely packed chocolate.
That's right.
I just admitted it on camera. It happens to the best of us. So I know not the healthiest choice.
Don't judge. Do not judge.
Kind of
We all do
embarrassed.
it.
some other things that we could pack, that I could pack in my kids' lunch that they would eat, enjoy, and would be healthy as well?
Okay, that's a tough one because I pack my kids' lunch 99% of the time because
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of school food. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. When you look at the food that they have, it's like, it kills me. So I know there's a lot of places, a lot of schools that have like peanut allergies and stuff. So, almonds would be my thing, and peanut butter, I'd pack that, a sandwich for them, but you have to really watch that. So I really focus on like tuna and chicken. I make my own tuna and chicken salads,
Okay.
and I will pack that in there. I pack fresh fruit anytime. My kids do not like vegetables. They just do not. I'm trying. You put carrots in there, it's going to end up, back in the bag or on the floor, unfortunately. But anytime you can, they'll eat raw vegetables, lots of fresh fruits, and if you can get some of the packaged stuff. Really not Lunchables, maybe not so much, but like
Or chocolate Pop-Tarts.
No, I didn't say that. I'm kind of into that. No, but like the low sugar or the no sugar added applesauce.
Okay.
Anything, baked chips. I guess if you're gonna go with chips, baked chips. But I'd watch the sugar content when you're packing your kids' lunch. Watch how much sugar you're actually putting in there. If you're getting them let's say a jelly sandwich on white bread, there's a lot of sugar in there. If you pack those little fruit cups full of sugar, tons of sugar. Yogurts, look at your yogurts, there's so much sugar. So I can see, like I'll have kids lunch with my kids at school sometimes, and I don't judge, I'm just like, oh, what's everyone else eating? And I'm like, wow, that's really good, I can't believe my kids don't even eat that. But then there's times I'm like, that's a lot of sugar in just one lunch, and that's just one meal. So over time, that can affect your kids too. So just as whole foods as you can, just stuff that you would eat.
Right.
Shouldn't have to pack something different to a T. I mean, they're not going to be, they can be picky.
Right.
So you have to give in a little bit, but for the most part, it's what you do majority of the time. So don't feel bad about the one-time thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That makes me feel Okay, my last question.
Yeah.
You are always bubbly, you're always outgoing, you have so much energy in your classes. For those of you that haven't taken a class with her yet, take it, it's amazing. What keeps you going?
Wow.
That's like an Oprah question.
Yeah, I need a second on this. No, you know what? Honestly, what keeps me going is when I wake up every morning, I get excited about coming in here. I have such passion for what I do that it's not a chore. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some days I'm like, I don't want to come in. I'm tired. I'd rather stay home. But when you come in here and you have someone waiting on you, and they have set it in their head, they're ready to go, and they're ready to make these changes. That's motivation in itself. I get my energy not only off some of my clients, but the fact that I love what I do. I totally love what I do. So I think when you find something that you're passionate about, it's not a chore. You get up and you're ready to go. You start the day.
And that's what makes this lady the best. Okay, so
No. I'll get some water. I don't know the questions beforehand either. just
she
so you
knows
know.
what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Listen to this lady.
Thank you. I hope that was creepy.
Yeah, put that recorded.
Mm.